Boys and girls, I am excited. I haven't brewed up. Have I brewed up a deck? I guess I did brew up Jeskai Pyromentor. But I'm actually more excited about this deck because this is straight beep value town, man. And I don't know if it's gonna work out. Um, but I'm really anxious to try it. And so I talked about making some like a greedy Geist deck the next league video. So I will probably do that because I know some of you are looking forward to that. So maybe I'll post these this coming Sunday. But man, talk about this deck is almost all 2-for-1s. Like Piran Kiran is a 2-for-1. Revelark is like a 2 or 3-for-1. Blade Splicer is a 2-for-1. Wall of Omens is a 2-for-1 in that it gives you a creature. It's not a very like offensive creature, but it's still a body and it replaces itself. Snapcaster Mage can make a 2-for-1. Um, Piran, it's just everything. It's sweet. Um, I have I couldn't decide between a one Dispel and a second Kiki Jiki. It could even be that Revelark is just but I want to give it a shot. I like how you can have stuff in the graveyard, play a Revelark, copy it. You know, we're talking like living the dream here, but copy it with Kiki Jiki, attack with it. When it leaves the battlefield, bring back like a Pira and Kieran, or Wall of Moments, or a Blade Splicer, or Snapcaster Mage. So, tons of value. Um, this is probably not needed. It might just want to be a Ghost Quarter, but because the deck can kind of just get grindy, I think, I want to be able to activate it to get rid of lands and find what we want. Also, there is some minor interesting interaction where if you know that you're going to like play a Revelark or something, you could activate it, then a Blade Splicer, play Revelark, and then it would eventually come back. It's probably corner case, but I want to give it a shot. Um, the other thing is this might need to be a... It might make sense to make some of these Kitchen Finks. And it might even make sense considering like how our deck is constructed. I'm going to do that actually. Instead of core Firewalker, I am going to try Kitchen Finks in the side for burn. We already get Dispel, Leaks, Negates. And we have two Helixes and Snapcaster Mages to flash them back. So it's like we have some life gain. But the other thing about Kitchen Finks is, man, does it make the mana more difficult. It's part of the reason there's two Sacred Foundries in here. But just, we need triple red, and then we'd need double white. And sometimes we're going to need double blue over here. It doesn't have Cryptic Command, so it's not quite as bad. But really, we'll most of the time probably only ever need like one blue source in play. We'll try to get two, though, in case we're like flashing back a mana leak or something like that. But anyway, so mana base is relatively standard. We have 7, 8, 9 fetch lands. As far as the sideboard goes, we have Kitchen Finks for more grindy and burn, Negate and Dispel for burn and combo, as well as a Dispel here and 4 Negate. So we actually get to bring in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces of counter magic and 2 disruption cards. We have 10 cards that we'll be able to have in our deck against combo decks. And I did consider putting like 2 Geist of St. Traft in the sideboard for decks that we really just want to race. But I'm not quite ready to do that. Now, I have 2 Verdicts as kind of a concession to the fact that I'm sure we're going to play against Eldrazi. If we're going to face Eldrazi, we probably just... I don't know what we take out yet. Probably like the Bolts or something like that. It's unfortunate that we are such a creature-heavy deck to bring in the Verdicts, but it is what it is. If there was an Eldrazi, I think I would actually probably make these Anger of the Gods, because one of the things I used to do in some older versions of Jeskai Kiki Control was play like 2 main deck Angers, because they didn't kill Restoration Angel and they didn't kill Wall of Omens. So it was kind of nice that all of your creatures were immune and you could have this one-sided Wrath. Pithing Needle is kind of a card that, I didn't mention it in my last blog update, but this is one of the cards I was considering. It seems like it's relatively good right now in that there's a lot of stuff, there's always like Liliana, but there's also Ayavugan that's probably worth naming. You can also name Gristlebrand or the guy that they pitch lands with. Borborygmos Enraged. You can also name like Lightning Storm against Ad Nauseam. You could name Aether Vial as a way to slow down some decks that really rely on that spell. It's just kind of interesting, and I wanted to give it a shot. Stony Silence for Affinity. We also have Is it Static Casters and Verdicts and Wear Tears, which are great against Affinity. We have, I don't know that we want Koranos necessarily. Maybe this just wants to be like another Kiki Jiki, but you know, in matches where the reason I'm saying we might not need Koranos is because some of the other decks like that I usually play with 4 Snapcaster Mages and more removal, they're better set up to be a straight control deck than Koranos. But Koranos is a sweet card, and I'm not sure what I want to play. Another card actually that I've considered in this deck might just be Sower of Temptation. Because we're running 4 Restoration Angels, being able to steal something with Sower and then blink the something that you stole so that it's permanently yours is pretty awesome. So anyway, a lot of cool stuff in the deck. I'm just really anxious to give it a try. So let's go find some 2-mans, and hopefully we do well with it. See you guys in a moment. All right, we are on the draw, and this hand's terrible. So we'll mulligan it into something better, which, yeah, better. Keep it. This land, do we want to draw that land? 1, 2, yeah, probably. Let's see. We can make double red with the blue. Get 2 white. 3 lands. Sure. I'll draw another land. I mean, we want to get to 5 eventually. Sorry. My wife is messaging me. A friend is messaging me. I gotta check something. Okay, so that deck. Well, it's unfortunate for us that he didn't actually play anything small. So actually I think we can still get away with playing this Colonnade first. I was going to say I think we can get away with playing this Arid Mesa because he could still very easily play a something like that, but then I was going to say that, well, we can just like Arid Mesa, get a mountain and shoot it. Well, I mean, he's going to get what he's going to get, so... But I guess we want to kill it at beginning of combat. One thing I'm thinking, man, our deck is going to be really bad against Kozilek's Return. Talk about gross. I mean, it's really going to be kind of abysmal. The reason I'm doing this at the beginning of combat is mainly just because, I don't want to give him access to another land at his first main phase. And I don't want to give him a card to play at his first main phase, so we'll do it now. Thought Knot Seer, and he also has a temple, so we're about to get Thought Knotted. Beautiful. Maybe I should have just waited to end of turn and taken 3. Gross. Gross. Okay, so what do? We got a Dispel, not looking so great. Cascade Bluffs. I guess we just play Flooded Strand here and take our knocks. Get forward at least. Probably has like a Reality Smasher, and we're just going to be really sad. Wow, Triple Temple. This could just be disgusting. This could be World Breaker. Can we even beat it? Okay, it's another Thought Knot Seer. Well, doesn't really matter what he takes. I guess we just shoot the bolt at his face. I mean, otherwise he's going to take the bolt. And now he just takes a Dispel, which probably doesn't do a whole lot. I guess a Dispel does counter Kozilek's Return, but... Alright. Drawing off the top here. I'm going to go ahead and just fetch for a Sacred Foundry. Get that out of the way. We need to have a pretty great draw step, and it's very bad. Okay, we'll play this. I don't think the thinning is going to help us very much, but This is kind of how the daily events have been going. It's like, play against non-Eldrazi decks and win, or have a good chance of winning. Play against Eldrazi and lose. You know, I have that feeling that something terrible this way comes. Another... okay. So, we have 2 lands in hand. We're about to take almost lethal. There's no way, there's nothing we can draw on our deck that's going to get us out of this. So, we'll just save everybody the time. Okay, so I think we want Verdicts, obviously. And Kitchen Finks can probably help us buy a little bit more time. Pithy Needle could name something like Eldrazi Temple if we get that far. I don't know that Click is fantastic. Koranos can help us grind, but I don't know that that's what we want. We're really just trying to survive. Now, Kozilek's Return, unfortunately, is really good against all of our little dudes here. So let's see. I feel like Pia and Kira Nalar is a big mana investment to just lose it to a Kozilek's Return. And I've played the Geist deck against this version. It happens. Dispel can save us from a Kozilek's Return, but the fact that it just goes to the graveyard and then he gets it back, I'm not sure about that. Now, let's see. We have bolts and helixes. We have a lot of removal here. I think what we probably want to cut are a couple of these Blade Splicers in favor of these Kitchen Finks, just because the Kitchen Finks draw us. They gain us life. They can block a couple of times. And then maybe this, we can cut an Electrolyze. Is there anything else we'd rather have than this Electrolyze? Koranos might be better. The thing is, I kind of feel like the matchup is gonna, I'll try it because I don't think there's a lot of token generation in the green-red version, although he can just exile this with Worldbreaker, which makes it obviously less good. The other thing, you know, Pia and Kieran is just against Kozilek's Return. Even if we like played it and bounced it, all that effort, all that time just gets erased with one, and I don't think we want to be there. I'll keep it like this. Maybe one click. You know, maybe we'll get an opportunity to actually tuck a Worldbreaker. Let's try that. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna play first, and okay, so we can draw a card, and we have an early removal spell. But if we get stuck on, if we don't draw a land, we're just going to fall behind so quickly we can't keep this hand. Geez. Well, this hand is worse. I'm going to have to go to 5. Also not very good. But we'll keep it. And we're going to put this on the bottom. And I guess we're just going to play our Lighthouse, play Pithy Needle, naming... I think we just name Eye of Ugin. Is there anything else I would name earlier? I don't think so. Because we can't name, like, Eldrazi Nibble and prevent him from making mana with it. Yeah, we'll just play our land. I can't imagine that we're going to win this game. Stranger things have happened, but it's not looking very good for us. I feel like I didn't even get a chance to really play the deck, assuming that we lose. So probably play another couple of ones after this. Land? Well, okay. Just hoping for the best. Like a Hollow Fountain would have been sweet, or a fetch land. We could have played our wall, drawn a card, had this at some point. What did he... So he just found a land, okay. It's really unfortunate too, because I feel like this is looking like if he plays this, then we're looking at a much slower start from the opponent, and it would be a real shame to sort of not be able to do something with that because we had to mull so far and our draw was atrocious. But sometimes it's just Magic the Gathering. Alright, well, I mean, we can probably monolink whatever creature he ends up playing here. Like a Thought-Knot Seer. Do we counter this? Because let's see. If he goes... Let's say he has a Thought-Knot in his hand. Then he goes colorless, this. Plays Thought-Knot Seer. No. Yeah, we don't count that. Alright, well, just keep on going, trying not to brick. We do have 25 lands in this deck, so we gotta draw one eventually. Alright, so yeah, we can Thought Knot here because he can only pay 2, so we will. But you know, sometimes they just have 2 Thought-Knot Seers. Kind of curious to see what he takes here. Probably the Condemn. I mean, he doesn't really care so much about any of this. If he took the wall, he wants to keep me from drawing a card. Alright, well, we drew a land. I think that we just want to try and condemn. Here's the thing, like, we go Blade Splicer, and this is kind of what I was talking about, and then he plays Kozilek's Return. Then we're going to take 3 to put this into play. We're going to take... So we're going to go to 13. Whereas he knows we have the Condemn, but... Now, well, let's see what happens. World Breaker would be... I mean, he knows we have it. We're going to play it. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He can't... Sacred Foundry. He can't activate I yet. And this doesn't give him land, which is nice. Does get him life. Draw Snapcaster Mage. So we do have Snap Condemn, which isn't the worst. The problem is we're probably not going to get to cast it unless we draw another land. So if we can draw a fetch, alright. We managed to do that. See, it's kind of interesting. Like, if that had been a path, then let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 6 mana would have been from the first path, and the 7th would have been from the snap path here, assuming that all this works out and we actually get to condemn this. So a couple of condemns I think are fine. Reality Smasher is relatively disgusting. I still think we just kill the World Breaker. This thing is ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, there's a chance, however small, that we play. I'm going to take the 5 because we lose our dude. It only prevents 1. Uh, what I was saying is there's a chance, however small, that we can... Well, let's see. Okay, so there is the red. What I was going to say is we can Helix the Reality Smasher. I'm going to go ahead and play this Blade Splicer. Then I have a little thinking to do. Alright, I'm going to pass. Okay, so what I was trying to say is we could, like... Depends on what we draw. If we draw something useless, which isn't likely, then when he attacks with Reality Smasher again, we can block with the Golem and Helix the Reality Smasher, discard a thing, and we actually won't lose the Golem, because first strike. But, let's see. As it stands, let's see here. That's 8 if we take from the Matter Reshaper. I think we just take 5. I think we... I mean, alternatively, we block Snapcaster Mage and the Golem, and then if we like drew a Restoration Angel, we'd be in better shape. And then we can actually just straight out kill a Matter Reshaper with a Helix. Yeah, I think I like that better. Oops. I think we block here, block here. Alright, well... Still don't have a great plan. Because now they have Eye mana, but they can't activate Eye. And we drew a land, which isn't great. So let's see. Well, I think we're at this point, we are kind of just forced to chump the Oblivion Sower. And then a Lightning Helix, a Matter Reshaper. Go to 5. We give him a Kozilek's return. So what could get us out of this? Supreme Verdict would. So if we could stabilize, I feel like this is actually doing some reasonable work, although He didn't seem to care about it. Alright, so I'm just going to get a Sacred Foundry, thin our deck ever so slightly, and draw a land probably, my guess. Condemn! So we actually live. And we get to, well, we can't Lighthouse because we only have one card in hand. Alright, well. Unless if he plays Reality Smasher, how sad would we be? So sad. Yeah, I guess this is just really okay because he can get rid of this whenever he wants if he plays a Matter Reshaper, so. But I guess, I don't know. It's better for him to hit that than something else probably. Got our opponent at a cool 39. So we could draw a Snapcaster Mage. That would get us out of this. Supreme Verdict would still get us out of this in theory. What would probably happen is we draw Supreme Verdict, wipe the board, and he draws into 2 Reality Smashers. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing. Yeah, well, okay. Alright, well, we never really stabilized. So sad. So sad, so sad. Alright, well, we're going to do this again. I'm going to wait a second, though, because I don't want our opponent to look at the 2-man queue and be like, oh, same dude, easy win, play him. Alright, I'll see you guys in just a little bit for another game.